Ayo, the sentiment is reverence. The flow is effervescent, kid. The coolest cat you never knew. The unity was heaven sent. Number one mentality on top without the accolades. Algorithms political. Populous in second grade. Whenever you want to try some shit, there's someone there that'll talk you down. Heavy is the head that dons the motherfucking crown. That's why we don't fuck around. A lot to get up off the ground. Mentality of the 76ers. The process gonna hold you down. We gonna get that marquee spot. Floor seats like Spike Lee got. Like rappity rap and boom bap, we derive from the bebop. So we'll continue to keep shit locked. Stay tuned for some new shit that'll have your whole team shocked.
Not lemonade.
It tastes
itself.
the same, but we want it from a different color.
I think like most things in the world, it has racist origins. It's a pretty sad thing, but like, yeah.
I didn't even know how to go. I was like,
most things in the world are pretty nasty. How they started. So
you nasty. I don't care.
hey, in a
they
world,
call me Big Pun. Hit you with the big guns.
In a world where superheroes are a real thing, right? Hypothetically, of course. You think like the female superheroes had like the flyest boxes? Like they would have to, right? Like
I'm not gonna talk about this female. I mean, all right. So
it's in a hypothetical world of fake superheroes. You know,
I'd like to think Jean Grey.
Storm.
I got right into that, huh? Like I hadn't thought.
I don't know. I mean, Catwoman. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's in her name.
It's in her name.
What's in her name, right? I'll tell you what's in her name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it makes sense. It makes sense that they would, but like, I don't know why this random thought came across my mind.
I know why. You're just nasty.
I mean, yeah, I ain't even gonna fight it.
Yo, I feel like claustrophobic with this here table, just sitting there on my knees.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, you know, being there, but we gotta
need a thinner table. Like I don't like how I feel.
Yeah,
You're static in your microphone, in your headphones.
a little bit. Is it this?
You get what I'm saying? You feel it, right?
Yeah.
Can we move this table back a little bit? Oh no, we can't, right?
Um.
Just a little bit though, right?
Yeah, we
Your
can a little
headphones- Yeah, let's do it just a little bit. One, two. I think that's better for me.
But yeah.
Do you want to play that out over? Just do you think they can?
Do you hear it anymore?
I feel like we're in like Jurassic Park.
Do you hear that?
No, but I see the water moving, so the dinosaur's coming. Fuck, do you know that?
Yeah. Why does water moving indicate that?
I guess because they're fucking heavy-footed, but I'm heavy-footed.
Yeah, but like,
I feel bad for my tennis, yo. I realize that some days I'm like, man, I should really attempt to walk lighter. But what does that mean? Like, how do you walk lighter?
I mean,
What
you
if
gotta-
this is how I walk?
Well, what is walking hard?
Walk hard.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Now I feel like this thing isn't close enough to my face, and I have to move too much. Shut up.
This is not. We're not gonna get through this episode without saying the words we're not supposed to say.
Yeah, having a microphone in your face just definitely does something. You know?
It's now I got all these things to do with my hands. Like I don't know what do I do with my hands.
Dude, that's the best thing. I love not having to hold the microphone in my hand. It's
Mike.
beautiful, you know, and I can like pull out the phone when I need to, and like you
Oh,
know,
I didn't put the
look for topics.
timer on. I should have done that.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Probably should have put the
Only for the sake of us knowing where we're at
time.
in time.
So have we started, or are we gonna just start?
I mean, you know, I don't know. We could just start, I guess.
Walk
Let's just continue along with life. I don't know, man, but my bet is on superhero women having some real fly.
True, I get it, but I mean that's not. You're not going to be able to figure that one out. I mean, you can say that you like. I mean, okay, I get it. There have been actual live action movie shot, but those weren't really the superheroes that they're the picture.
Oh, you know what I think got me
I don't know if
started?
you know that.
You know what I think got me started on this question? It was that fucking game song where he's talking about Jay-Z fucking Superhead, and he's like, stabbed in his stomach. She must have had a pussy like Wonder Woman. So I was like, I wonder what kind of pussy Wonder Woman had.
I've never thought. Well, listen, I've never thought about that. Like, I guess that I've always just said, man, like it might Wonder Woman. Like, I never said Wonder Woman. Like, again, like I was like a Jean Grey, like even Storm with her gray hair. Like when you're younger, you're not like oh, gray hair is hot, but the way she wore it, you're like, hey, man,
I ain't mad at it.
I may be 12, but that gray hair with that little yeah, man. What are you gonna do? And then Jean Grey had the opposite of that. Jean Grey had the opposite, right? She had just the little stripe in her hair.
Right.
That's Jean Grey?
Yeah, because her hair was like, wasn't it mostly red? And then it had a little...
Yeah, she was hot, man. Yo, redheads somehow,
they casted those original X-Men movies pretty well.
I'm glad you went to a different conversation.
No, I mean, that's the same conversation, but they did a good job casting like the earlier X-Men movies, like the earlier like live action X-Men movies.
Yeah, isn't there a new superhero thing? Like I know it's like the Justice League. Yeah, but
but they also put out like Winter Soldier and I forgot who the other guy was.
Rumbling?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
It's just what happens when I don't know what I'm talking about.
You never know what you're talking about. I've never just seen you walking around like
I was grumble thinking.
Grumble thinking?
Grumble thinking.
Adam is just creating terms on the fly right now.
I mean, that's what we do.
Why don't you put a microphone?
We're supposed to be trendsetters.
He does all weird types of things.
I mean, listen.
You should pull those drums over here so we could just beat it.
Yeah, but like we're already.
Yo, when we get the soundboard,
we can put them right here.
When we get the soundboard, can we just put it in the middle so it's like equal access, right? Like, so if I feel like I zinged you, I can like zing.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Have you seen other podcasts where people who weren't the hosts got the soundboard button?
Well, the problem with this is we're like co-hosts now. Like, you know how like in The Office he was like co-manager and co-manager.
We're definitely co-hosts, but like I'm still the host, so it's like that.
I'd like to just say that I want to put it in the middle. So if I zinged you, you don't get the chance to just pull it away and say, it's my ball, I'm going home.
We can have like Osama episodes where you can hold that. Pause.
Hold these, motherfucker.
Anyway, welcome one and all to the Kiona and Kasson podcast. This is episode number 86.
Pick up sticks. I'm sure I've made that rhyme before, but there's a lot of things that rhyme with six.
Well, I mean, six is repeated quite regularly in the number.
I might be challenged to find more words that rhyme with six right now. Sticks, picks, licks.
We're going to leave that alone. I am your host, Adam, here with my brother and
Kicks.
Rhyme phenomenon Osama.
Of kicks. You might want to go ahead, but I just.
Oh, you already want to jump into the
I
kicks?
want motherfuckers that say, I know they're gonna say yours are better. But anyway, no, keep going.
Nah, I mean, you know.
Just keep introducing us.
Hey, so welcome to the show. Any new subscribers out there? Shout out to you. I know we bumped up a little tiny bit. I mean, like 1 or 2.
Yeah, but hey, man, every week something new or a new improvement occurs. We get a new subscriber. We get some mic stands. You know, we got this big, gigantic light bulb behind us for like studio purposes and whatnot. Yo, I went into that box and I thought it was going to be like just a regular little light bulb. I was going to be like, hey, Adam, do you have a light bulb? I didn't know it came with it, right? And then I pulled this fucking gigantic light bulb out. It's like, it's girthy to say the least.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna bring back that like sunglasses episode. You know,
don't look directly at it. I just look directly at it.
It's just like looking into the sun. Shit is bright as fuck.
I have that light in front of my face, or that like that little bright spot in front of my eyes when I close my eyes, and it's in front of your face now.
It's a little fucked up. Well, hey, shout out to all the viewers and listeners out there. Hopefully. There's more than it looks like there is because I don't have analytics for everything, so I don't know.
It's the really mark of Buddha. It's the skin mark of Buddha.
Mark of Buddha, my ass. Look at you, dead, ashes.
How high?
Yeah, great movie.
Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, by the way, you know what? That's a good segue because I just saw a post that the Versuz thing has announced their like next. They actually have like a schedule, right?
Well, they have. Since our last pod, has that move just occurred where they sold it? Or did we talk about that last week?
I don't know if we talked about it.
So go ahead and acknowledge that first.
Well, yes. So they did sell it.
Set it up, podcaster.
I mean, listen, you set it up, and then we had to like set it up a different way. Anyway, regardless, so those of you who are not familiar, Versuz is a thing that was created by Timbaland and Swiss Beats. They basically.
I didn't mean set that up, but okay, go ahead. Yes.
Okay. Well, regardless, it's been pretty successful.
In the beginning, there was music.
It's been pretty successful during this whole pandemic thing. Just big artists with 20 songs out of their catalog going against another artist with another 20 songs in their catalog, all in good fun, entertainment. And it's been a real big hit.
Well, it didn't start. I don't think
it started as
nice,
right?
Okay, so it started as entertainment, right? But I don't believe it started as just a like a friendly battle. I don't believe that. I think it was actually meant for some competition.
It was meant for friendly competition.
And I think,
but yes.
So what happened in that? What I think is because it started off where in the middle of the pandemic, so everybody had to be at home.
Well, hang on. Before we go into like the origins, we should also give a shout out to DJ D Nice. He was the one who really kind of set this thing off because he was doing like the set,
Dude, he was like 24 hour. It's like I almost was like, are you sure that they're not making him do this? Like somebody should look off camera at D Nice.
Like, yo, man, blink twice if you're in trouble.
Somebody should call D Nice and check on him because he was DJing. It seemed like he would be DJing when I went to sleep, and when I woke up, his ass would still be DJing, but like looked like he was. It's like. What happened, dude? Why did they make him do that?
I don't know, but I think he was the inspiration for it, kind of.
He was just bored DJing the whole day?
He definitely...
Is that what he's doing right now? Bored as hell at home? Just D-Nice is in his DJ room.
When the pandemic first started, how did you initially start keeping yourself busy?
Honestly, dude.
I mean, when you're a musician and you have a catalog and you have a following, you can go and just have a fucking DJ party.
That's actually a funny conversation to stumble upon, though.
Like, what did you do to keep yourself
busy?
What
was the first thing you did? We should go back to that, but like, talk about Versuz a little bit.
All right, so I mean, yeah, it became real successful. There's a bunch of people who actually, I guess they had stock in it, right, or had equity in it. Well, no, not. I guess the ownership was still Swiss Beats and Timbaland. But then they sold the company to, what was it called? What's the name of the place?
Right now,
the ones that bought Triller, right?
Triller?
I think Triller's the one who bought them. So as a gesture,
when I hear Triller, I hear Thriller, and I was like, that can't be right. And I because every time when the first thing that popped in my head was like that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the name Triller, to be honest with you, but whatever, it's not my business.
This is Triller. Triller. It's Triller.
It is
night.
Triller.
And no one's gonna
so they bought it, and I don't know, 200 and some million. I'm not counting their pockets, but it was
that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. So
see, this is where Sandler will pop in, like, goddamn, or I'm rich, biatch.
Yeah.
Can we use that?
Probably not. I mean, we can try it. Like, if we get a C and D, it is what it is. We can just stop.
I got plenty C and Ds in life.
I'm very accustomed to C's and D's.
Fuck, I give a fuck about a C and a D.
Sounds like a whoa moment.
All I know is CDs, motherfucker.
So I think.
Launch, don't even.
Anyway, 200 plus mil.
I could have been a great rapper in another
I don't
life.
think so.
Yeah, I could.
In another life with another ability to rhyme.
You say that many times in this 86 episode.
Because we've had plenty of examples.
I rhyme words. You just heard me rhyme 6 with like 12 words earlier.
With Oscar the Grouch with your nursery rhymes. So yeah, I think
the Grouch was not like, he didn't do nursery rhymes. He was pissed. He never rhymed once.
I'm just quoting hip hop quotables. It's not.
Who said that?
I believe that was Game too. After the whole G Unit breakup and the 300
that
bars
was
running.
Game, circa 2005.
Nah, probably more like 2007. That doesn't even happen anymore.
Yeah,
it's been a decade since anybody said.
I'm sure there's plenty of people going because they want you to say.
Well, anybody who is affiliated with
it. G Units.
So anyway. They sold it for like 200 some million, and out of just a really dope gesture, I think, from both of them, everybody who participated, and I think there was like 17 people, which I thought was weird. Like, who the hell?
It's like 12
because the last one was
like
D'Angelo, right?
House. Huh?
The last one before they sold it was D'Angelo. I think that's why. So he was by himself.
I didn't watch that one, but all I heard was it was terrible. I heard terrible things. Terrible.
I mean, listen, I've been catching up on the Joe Budden podcast, so after I heard them talk about it and say, "Nah, this is not it," I was like, "Well, they're big R&B heads over there, so if they're not thinking that that's worth my time, I'm not gonna watch it."
Oh, I clicked on it. I was like, this looks like. The second I clicked on it, I was like, this looks like some bullshit. I just jumped out.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, they gave all 17 of the participants some cut of what they sold it for. I'm not sure.
You hear that? That's static.
A little bit. I think that's just gonna be the case.
Yeah, it's gonna be all right.
So yeah, they all got like a little cut of it. I don't know how much, but it was pretty dope. Let's just take a pause for a second. Hear what this sounds like.
Everybody, limbo. Yo, those be some of the funnest shits.
Limo?
Should we acknowledge we're back?
Yeah, I don't know. We just heard some static eatiness in the headphones and wanted to make sure it wasn't translating to the camera.
Yo, sound is some of the most annoying shit.
Yo, it's like difficult to get the sound right. So, I mean, for all those people who started their podcast with like sound, like crisp sound, kudos to you, man. It took us 85 episodes to figure that shit out.
Yeah, we're still going and shit. We just got mic stands.
But in all honesty, it's not like we tried to like change the wiring or anything like that. We didn't really do.
Yeah, I think we could
as much as
probably
we probably
buy
could have
some
tried.
more in the headphone arena. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like you know what the problem. What I realized, it's too touchy to have like adapter cables.
Yeah,
connecting
adapter
it.
cables leave room for third party shit.
Interference.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
anyway, go ahead and
so-
continue about the about Versuz.
Oh yeah. So okay. Now they announced what their upcoming schedule is going to be. The next one I think is, let me just make sure I get this right. It's Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I think the Isley Brothers.
Oh, I seen Red and Meth actually about to do some shit.
Yeah, that's why I said or brought this up in the first place.
Oh. Microphone check. Yeah, you hear that, right? Huh. Again, we should check and see.
God damn it! The fuck.
Wait a minute. The hell? All right, whatever, man.
Maybe when I had my phone out as well. Yeah. Too many signals happening.
Way too many signals.
Maybe if I turn off the Bluetooth as well.
Yeah, that worked.
Well, fantastic. Hopefully you guys didn't hear too much
learning
of that. static
things
back there.
on the fly.
I'll probably try to cut some of
Adam
that out.
is a good guy. I don't know why I'm being so nice.
Right? Like he's never had a positive rap about me. Son of a bitch.
I just kind of went that way and like I didn't want to like stumble on my words, so I just let them flow. You're a nice guy, you know.
I mean, I've had some things that could have contributed to that.
I've seen some things, Junior.
So yeah, it is the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire, which I think is a pretty cool little matchup. And then yes, Red and Meth to commemorate 420. There will be the How High versus.
The How High versus.
The How High versus.
How high?
Now I don't know specifically
how
what you
that
were
I can
saying
kiss
about
the
Method
sky?
Man
How
and
sick? So sick that you can suck my dick. I don't know what
I'm
that.
too close. I don't
It
know.
sounds
man.
like a metronome.
Maybe it's because maybe the introduction of these mics fucked up our whole sound quality, or like the mic
I don't know
stands.
how that would work. Why is
I don't
yours
know either.
hanging and mine sitting?
I moved it this way. Should I curve it back up?
I don't know, man. I don't. They can't hear it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, hopefully they can't hear it.
Well, we tested it.
That's true.
Are we gonna edit some of this out?
Maybe we will. Maybe we won't.
I
guess we'll
don't
see.
know that I'm gonna. Anyway,
We'll see if I remember to.
so Versuz is dope. You should check it out. It's on Triller now. Shout out Swiss Beats.
Triller.
Shout out Timberland. Shout out everybody involved. We appreciate.
Shout out to everybody.
We appreciate just that entertainment that occurred during the pandemic and the quarantine because everybody was.
I mean, it's still a pandemic, and we still should probably be quarantining and shit. But
man, you know, they changed the narrative and everybody's outside, man. Look at this.
well,
Masks all on the floor and shit. Like, we don't need this.
yo, man, listen. when they did that, some of the craziest white people came out of their house, and they were like,
When
Let's
they
take-
did that, I thought crazy white people just been running around for.
"No, they're
decades.
always out of their house, I guess." But like they all came, they came in droves for this, and they were like, "All right, let's take off all of our masks and every mask that we purchased in the last year. Let's just have a big barrel fire like a bunch of bums."
They
And I was
burnt
like-
all of their masks.
It was like when LeBron James left
these
Cleveland.
nasty
the first time.
motherfuckers was holding on to all their masks they had all year.
They were just waiting for the moment to burn it.
Dude, I hate it. Them shits accumulate so fast. I look at my car, be like, there's like fucking 15 masks here.
Yo, the southern states are in trouble, man. There's too many people who are stupid.
Yeah, I'd agree, probably.
like, all right, Texas opening up, not a good idea, you know?
Texas is like, you know what? No pandemic. What? What have we been
Yeah,
doing
the governor was like, I declared this an unstate of emergency.
So, like, dude, like that's not one. I don't know that that's a word, but we'll just allow you.
Well,
to say
I mean, I'm just assuming that he said that.
no, I know.
'cause
I'm just saying, like,
Right,
you know,
right.
I guess you're the governor. Will allow it, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure we should get a ruling on that one at some point.
man,
Oh, but that's what I wanted to talk about.
yeah.
So when the quarantine first happened, what you do to occupy your time, man? Like, I guess you fall into a routine. But what was the first thing? Like, you were like, I got all the time in the world, or did you just sleep?
Man, you know what? I don't really know. I don't think I did very much of
You know,
anything.
dude, I don't remember.
I didn't do much. I remember like the first month, I was like, all right, I got to start doing something. So I started working out again, right? And then that lasted for like a month. So, and then yeah, I don't know. Not a whole lot. We weren't potting.
I needed to work out. So I dropped down and did some push-ups. And then on the 5th, I realized I don't do push-ups.
I think I was doing like some
I'm
shoe
a fat
shopping.
man. You did shoe shopping?
Probably.
I did a lot of window shopping. I didn't buy a lot of things until like that first stimmy came.
Yeah.
That's when the stimmy shimmy came.
But the stimmy was like what, in April? They did it pretty early, I think.
The stimmy shimmy is literally just a boomerang dance. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, what's that the fucking challenge they be doing on fucking I forgot what
that
song that is.
dumbass shit. What is that shit? Like, what
I
kind
don't
of
know.
dance is that?
Listen, man, people who can't dance come up with dances
It looks
like
like
that.
the Michelangelo dance.
That's the kind of dance that I would have came up with. I can't
Isn't
dance.
that the Michelangelo dance?
You know what? Yeah, I think you're right there. But these little kids don't know nothing about that. Okay.
That's a little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
one of the greatest.
Yeah,
One of the greatest.
goats.
Yeah.
Except they were turtles.
Right. And their master was a rat.
Except he was a splinter.
A master splinter. that guy was
What's a master splinter? Is that when like you get like a really big piece of wood that snags in your foot? Like that's the master splinter.
it's like after
Once in a
you
while
after
you
you
get a
beat
little-
all the low level splinters, you face the master splinter.
This is the dumbest joke of all time. We really pot about nothing sometimes.
We never pot about anything.
Anyway, so I wanted to address a couple of things first and foremost.
Yeah.
So last week,
You got grievances? Do we need an HR department?
grievances. We don't need an HR department. There's 2 of us.
That's true.
There is literally, I guess there's 4. There's mic stands, 5 with the stand for the.
We have like stand-ins. Like Dave was supposed to be here this week.
Yeah, supposed to is.
What?
Supposed to be here. Is it here? Is here. There's 2 different things here. Anyway,
I get what you're saying.
so what I wanted to talk about is in the comments they were like, "Hey, Osama, what happened to your laces? Why are they tied?"
They said, Osama, you ain't got the hype beast laced. The hype beasts lacing.
I get it. I see the face you're making. I'm not a hype beast. I don't. So first and foremost, I'm old, right? So like,
True.
I didn't know that hype beast lacing meant for it to be
As
unlaced
fuck.
like I do. I thought they just called it Osama lacing because that's what I've been doing. I don't lace my shoes. I mean, I don't tie my shoes.
No,
Like
no,
I
I
lace.
prefer
You
to not
gotta
as
lace
well.
your shoes unless they're the 5s. There was a point when I had a pair of 5s. My first 5s I got.
Will Smith was a trendsetter with the 5s, man.
The first pair of 5s I got were the first pair of Jordans ever were junior year of high school, I think, maybe senior.
Okay.
They were the fire red 5s,
Dope pair.
and they were they were the ones they had the Nike sign in the back. So this was like 2001, I think, maybe something like that. But I got them out of catalog in Foot Locker. And I actually got them for like less than $100.
Hey, let's not glaze over the fact that Foot Locker had a catalog.
Well, I was
in a minute since that.
I was in Foot Locker inside their catalog.
You were inside, so you were in a.
I wasn't a model in the catalog.
Well, I didn't say that you were a model in the catalog.
Well, I said I was in the catalog. I didn't want you to misinterpret what I was talking
I thought that
about.
you like were looking through a catalog.
I was flipping through, thumbing through, as they say.
Yeah.
If you will.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
So I was thumbing through the catalog. As I thumbed through the catalog, Sylvester, not Sylvester, what's his name? Daffy Duck. As I thumbed through the catalog.
All right, you thumb through it. Now go ahead.
I found them, man, and they were less than $100, which is dope. Fucking really dope. So I remember that was my first pair, and I beat them to shit. But at a certain point, I had taken out the laces and just wore them without the laces because they were perfectly fine. Or fives are because they have that elastic on the side,
right?
And it like really holds your shoe to your foot.
Yeah,
which is dope. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about is, hey, my laces are back. They're unlaced, but they were laced last week because though I like this type of lacing, it's not always practical in walking situations when you're in the store.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, there are certain shoes
you don't want
that
your
you have
shoe
to tie.
flopping as you like.
No, definitely not. But I mean, there's ways to circumvent that. You know what I mean? Like if you want to put your shoe on first, tighten it up a little bit, like in some of the letters, and then you can leave the.
Look, man, whatever. Anyway, I thought they were about to Finkel and Einhorn me and shit like that. Laces out, laces out. Like, oh shit!
Hey man, listen, they would come to expect
Finkel
certain
is
things.
Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. And then he realized he had kissed her.
For those of you who don't know Ace Ventura,
Pet Detective, the first one.
Great movie.
Yeah,
I mean Jim Carrey's start was tremendous.
Indeed,
and not that was his start. I mean he was in
Living Color. He was Fire Marshal Bill.
So I mean, since you're gonna like talk to the people who are angry about your lacing, you try to like showcase your whole fit.
No, I
looking real cute today.
Don't be that way, dude. Listen, I told you you're not gonna get me to get through this episode without saying certain things. So you need to just stop luring me into it with the microphone in your face. It's like that.
It's there like with
that shirt there, Mighty Young.
Listen, man,
you look like you lost some weight, man.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Did you do it on purpose?
No, hell no. What actually happened was when I
drugs?
moved. Well, when I haven't been in my parents' house, right? Our parents' house. You know how mother will create these dishes that are enormously high in carbohydrates and just nothing.
Throat.
It's just like as much rice and meat and potatoes as you could possibly eat. So like when you don't,
where are the
anymore,
greens, mother?
When you don't,
where are the greens?
No, she tries to put them on there, and I reject them.
Adam doesn't eat vegetables.
Not a greens type of guy.
Do greens a dope color? Also, greens are healthy for you.
Yes, but most things that are healthy for you are not delicious.
You one of these anti-water people too?
No. I mean, there's water.
I don't drink water. That's a myth.
Right
except your body's 70% fucking water, just like the Earth. Coincidentally.
Anyway, all I'm saying is when you don't eat like extraordinarily carb-heavy meals every night, then just kind of it's the calorie ratio. My body was used to consuming like probably 3,000 calories a day. Now it's like 1,700, and that's just naturally gonna knock you down.
Eat so much.
I mean, I still eat a lot too, but it's just there's not quite as much rice in my diet.
How many meals you eat a day?
On a good day, probably like 2 meals.
2 meals a day?
But I snack a lot is the problem.
Like, what are you talking about snacking here?
Like, I mean, I don't know. I mix it up. Like, there's chips sometimes. There's like yogurt and granola sometimes. I mix the healthiness in.
So, like, you eat 2 meals a day. Like that's
plus benefits.
So how much? So you're friends with benefits with food essentially. So you eat them and then you eat it.
I mean, me and food love each other, but I love it more than it loves me. Is the problem.
You're good with off too, man. I have
many relationships.
I eat probably like 5 meals a day, man.
I mean,
no
listen,
joke. I do not play. I be hungry.
I mean, listen. I understand. I eat. It's just they're not as structured as they could be, I guess.
I get you. So there's like all that talk about like, so like I guess I work out a little bit. So like at the same time, there's different
big flex.
Big flex. I said a little bit. If I was like, yo, I be in the gym, check these motherfucking pecs out, and I started making them dance. I can make my. Can you make your pecs dance?
If I move my arm a little bit too, yeah.
That's not making them dance.
I mean,
that's like, remember back in the day, be like, can you make your ear move? Also, those people are aliens. If you can make your ear move without fucking, you're an alien.
The people who can also make their eyes move, pop out of their head. Like, remember they used to do that shit?
Eyeballs pop out of their head. You've been in the
I don't know if it was
in the presence of somebody with their eyeballs.
No. It was like do you remember back in the day they used to have the Guinness World Record show?
I do.
So they used to they had one.
There was a lady that did it, right?
Yeah, and there's a dude who can do it.
Like it just I don't believe I'm pretty sure everybody can do it. I think you just gotta really push really hard.
Nah, I'm good. My eyes are already fucked up as it is. Last thing I need for them to do is pop out of my head.
Just literally taking imagine you figured that out accidentally, and I believe there's only one situation where you can figure out accidentally that your eyes can pop out of your fucking face, and that's if you got to take a shit, or if you're a lady and you're giving birth, right? What if you're like giving birth? And I don't want to make jokes about giving birth. What if I'm just gonna go here. What if you're giving birth, right? And the nurse is like, push. And you push really hard, right? And then she looks at you and your eyes pop out of your fucking head. And like everybody screams, right? Like imagine that scenario where the nurse passes out because she thinks your eyeballs just popped out of your fucking head.
I mean, you have a lot of problems to deal with already in that point in time.
Like, you don't want eyeballs.
Like women, I'm pretty sure, and this is just what I've heard from other women who've had babies, that they shit themselves.
This is not where I want to go, man. I'm just talking about. Okay, so let's.
Well, you're talking about pregnant women on the table.
Let's pivot.
Pushing.
Pivot.
Okay.
Pivot.
Okay. Just pivot.
Remember from Friends?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
God damn it. Anyway,
I don't know where to go with that. What I'm gonna tell you, like
I told you to pivot, and you should have just said okay. Anyway,
I did. I said okay.
As many times as I said it, you should just say okay. Just go with the joke, man.
No, not as many times.
So listen. How do people find like some weird? Okay, think about it. There are weird talents, or talents, I should say, because I'm really finding it hard to believe that walking over coals is a talent, or shoving a fucking. I mean, I guess it's a talent, but putting a fucking sword down your throat, like these people that just like the sword swallowers.
Listen, would you call the people who created the movie Jackass or the show Jackass to be talented?
Talented folk? No.
Yeah. Okay, so then I wouldn't consider them. They're just like they don't give a fuck, so and they're crazy.
It is not in the world of I can just throw myself off of this building, because everybody can technically throw themselves off of a building,
and that was.
But
like, how can we hurt ourselves without killing ourselves?
Most of them are skateboarders.
Well, yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I'm sure, like, maybe they have a higher threshold for pain because they've taken.
I wasn't getting at that. I just meant that skateboarding is a difficult task. Okay, I've been really wanting to learn.
That's talented. I'm just saying the things that they did on Jackass, outside of the ones that required a skateboard and some kind of ability on the skateboard, that wasn't talent. So
no, not at all. So I wouldn't say, hey, these guys in Jackass were talented. No, not at all.
So I wouldn't look at people who decided to try like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to swallow a sword. What gave you the inclination to do such a thing?
I don't know. All I'm saying is, how do you learn these talents? Like, how do you go about? Like, I got to think that probably. I think that this mic stand should be over here. Because then I can stand like, because if I'm like this, it's comfortable to do this. But you're not over. You're over here. It would be nice. But
I mean, you just gotta like. It's a constant adjustment.
I think maybe it'd be nice. Or what if we had like a boom and it just moved?
Well,
we got that in the budget.
We got no damn budget.
Like we got $12.
Like we're already over budget with the equipment we have.
All this equipment isn't ours.
This is all ours, but like. This is more than we had available to spend. We got to start the Patreon.
Yeah, we do got to do that.
Yo, we should probably like get in Twitch's ass, right?
Who's Twitch?
Twitch, the platform, the platform of.
Oh, why?
Yeah. So I don't know if I told you this off mic or not. It's kind of fucked up. So I was going in there to create a Twitch, right? Because we plan to be on Twitch, but now I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I want to fuck these people up or not first. So I'll put in the description that like same type of thing we put in the pod description, right? It's me and Osama. when I tried to save it, they was like, "Oh, you can't save this because there's use of an offensive word that's prohibited." Blah blah blah. Guess what the prohibited word was?
What?
Osama. When I changed it to Sam, it let me save it.
I gotta say, as sad as
That's
that
discrimination.
Is, it is, and I think we should probably lawyer up and get these motherfuckers.
Yeah, fuck
out
them.
Here.
You know, maybe we can own Twitch. Hey, then we will.
I wanna own the people at Twitch.
No, I don't want to own people at Twitch. I just want to own Twitch.
I want to own them for 1 minute. That should be part of the deal.
I think when you,
I would be like, everybody hit somebody.
If you win, if you win a discrimination suit and in turn
make them all knock each other out.
No.
That's a good fucking. And then you're just walking around and everybody knocked each other out.
If you win a discrimination suit,
that's revenge.
And you somehow take the reins of the company that you sued. You should fully be in your rights to just like bitch slap everybody on their way out.
It would be like
I would rather do that than
when
let
you're
them
doing
knock
like a
each other
high
out.
five line, like in sports. Instead, you're just slapping everybody like
like in Half Baked when he's when Samson is not Samson. The fuck is the
Samson Simpson? I sticks by my story.
What was the name? What was the rapper? The one who was singing songs about Samson? That's so cool, man. He got the same deal as us.
Samson?
But anyway, he turned around.
Samson's the drug dealer.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Anyway, so
Green
he turned around
eyes.
to like in the video he was shooting to like dap up his security, and then he was stole off. That's what we should do on the way out. Like, yo, come on, Twitch.
Yo, that is pretty fucked up. I gotta say though, I'm not surprised in this world that we live in. I've been
how are you gonna make a name offensive?
I know, and we can probably contact a lawyer and see what's up. Hey, Twitch, fuck you, bro.
Hey, if any of the people who are listeners are lawyers and maybe know somebody who's like good for discrimination,
man, what do you think the probability of that is?
I don't know, man. There's 136 subscribers. There's probably seven viewers.
Like if there's a lawyer in the like 25 people that view this shit,
or if anybody knows somebody
really
that's I mean, I would like to think that our reach touches lawyers. Like, pause.
Your microphone's different from mine. You got yours all the way through there, huh?
Yeah. It's.
I see what you did there. I didn't do that. I think mine would be better off if I did. I don't want to mess with it. This microphone stand is going to take some getting used to.
It definitely does. And I'm still trying to decide like if it should be like directly in front, because I know you get like the best crisp quality of sound there, or if I can like curve a little bit so I can look at you.
Like when you put the microphone to your face, it's different than when it's put in your face, and that is a pause.
Mm-hmm. Sure. The fuck
again, man. There's only so much. Next episode will be more mature about it. But for right now, I can't really be as you put a microphone stand in my face.
I mean, it's better than having to hold it. You know what I mean?
That's what she said too.
What happened in the world that was important since last week?
Because we haven't talked about shit for 35 minutes.
We never do. But what the fuck actually happened? Because I haven't been paying too much attention.
Did I put some? I think I put some down because how are we a podcaster? Oh,
I mean, we can have nothing to talk about.
So I'm going to the chiropractor this week for the first time.
Weren't we discussing that the other day?
No, maybe we were speaking about it, but I've actually made an appointment to go. My back be hurting me, man. I figured why not? I be watching all these videos and there's like all these. Like, everybody seems to enjoy it. Like, why not? Everybody who seems skeptical about it, I don't get it. Like, why are you skeptical if you've never done it before?
Is the thing that causes the
phone does a little. It's weird how it's catching signal between all that, but I guess it's all this 5G's no joke, man.
Nah, man. I guess those towers are fucking everything up.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna go to chiropractor this week, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, I think it's time to start like paying more attention to my body. Like,
you are old.
I already do like work out. I kind of like stretch and whatnot, and but I want to start doing like more like care, like self-preventative care or maintenance, however you say it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what the best way is. That's all.
I see what you're doing there.
Yeah,
see what you're doing there, man.
But that's pretty dope. I know sometimes like insurance is a pain in the ass. Are you in network type of shit? You got like a PPO?
No, I got a what's it called? HMO, but it's okay because they use your insurance, but
referrals, man.
But you don't need a referral. I think for chiropractors in general, I don't think you need a referral.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they do an X-ray. They make sure they kind of check your body for.
Were you referred to this place?
No, I kind of found it. I just looked. They had 5 stars. They got 4 locations in the city.
Yeah. And
this one they kind of do like sports oriented type of shit.
So I just know when they're talking about like touching your spine and shit, I just want to be able to trust them, you know. So.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, I was referred to a different one, but I just kind of went with this one just to seem like a little bit more my speed.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll be back here on Sunday to tell you guys how it felt, and then the week after that, the week. Is it the week after that? I think I'm going to Puerto Rico the week after that.
Damn. Coming soon, huh?
Coming soon.
Maybe I can get Dave to come over here that week.
Puerto Rico.
Maybe I can get Dave to come in.
Puerto Rico. I was going to do the whole Tony Sunshine act, but no.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
That's like, that's not something I should do.
No.
All right. Anyway.
So, I was taking a shower the other day, and I showered since. Fuck you. So,
if you guys don't know, I guess Adam's. Did you shower today? You said.
I showered last night.
Oh, so you just be nasty.
Listen, man, I be showering the night before because like I went to go to get a haircut.
It's like you ain't got shit to do this morning. You might as well take a shower.
You got shit to do any morning.
You really don't.
Anyway, so the point is, I was taking a shower and like. I guess I was washing the soap out of my hair or something like that. And I look up and there's a fucking spider behind the faucet, right? And I was like, son of a bitch.
Behind the spout?
Yeah. So at the top, right? I was like, man, this son of a bitch. So I'm like, all right. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
The big spider?
Not a big one, but like one that just
like
looked
a
nasty.
Skinny one, or was it like the fat one?
It was like something, like a fatter one, you know? But it was small but fat. That's what she said. So I was like, man, what the fuck do I do with this spider here? Because like I still have showering to do, but like I don't want this motherfucker just chilling there because you know if I get water in my eyes and shit, can't see, boom, jumps on me, attacks me, bites me, I don't like that. So I have
but you think the spider could live in the water? I think you'd be pretty good.
The spider, I think, can live in the water. You
know, I'm pretty sure you'd be all right.
Well, so I have a removable shower head. So what I did was I sprayed it out of the shower. You know, and it like went the other direction. I have no idea where it went after that, and I was like, man, fuck.
You sprayed it out of the shower?
Yeah.
Like with the water? So you sprayed water out of your shower to
well, I sprayed it like at the wall, and it just like sent it. So I didn't really have to keep it there for long. You know what I mean?
So have you found the spider since?
No. Yeah. Well, so this is what happened, right? Then like the next day, I went to the bathroom at night, and it was like
he was in there still.
No. So now it was back into the shower, but it was on the wall. And there was another spider in the corner, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like, I'm trying. So I was like, "Man, I'm tired as fuck. Like, I got to work tomorrow. It's 11:30 and shit." So I went to sleep. I left it alone.
Now there's 3.
The next day, the next day, the other spider was in the corner. He like set up shop there, right? The other guy, I have no idea where the fuck he went.
He's still in the house.
I don't know.
He's probably still in the house.
So yesterday, I vacuumed up that other spider out of the shower.
You vacuumed him?
Yeah, vacuumed him. It's just easier that way. When they're in the corner, it's like real hard to get. So you gotta like.
Yeah, dude, you'd be like, and then the shoe's curved so it doesn't get them. And
yeah, man.
I hate that.
It's bad problematic.
To be honest, probably one of the most creepiest movies of all time is Arachnophobia.
Man, anything involving spiders. I saw
anything involving spiders, but the movie Arachnophobia, like it plays on your fear. It literally makes you not. It makes you scared. So I have a fear of spiders for a few reasons, right? But one of the main reasons is when we moved into our rooms in the basement, like at some point our dad decided, it was like right around when I was getting into high school, that he wanted to put 2 rooms in the basement. So he got 2 rooms made in the basement, one for me, one for Adam. We've already discussed this on earlier podcasts.
Yeah. But if you're new, we had rooms in the basement.
Yeah. We lived in a basement, man. They didn't,
they like we had the rooms like made for us.
We weren't locked in there. I mean, we were able to leave.
It was Dungeness, but we had our own exit if we really needed it.
It was Dungeness.
I mean, it's like an old Chicago basement, man. This fucking house was built in like 1920 something. Of course, it's a Dungeness basement.
Hey, but we were able to leave again. We were not kept there again.
No, we were not captive. But go ahead.
So the thing about that is, like, when we moved into the rooms, we had displaced a lot of spiders apparently because, like, I promise you, when we got into the room, there were so many fucking spiders that set up shop, like in the corners of the room, and like I had there was like a little window where the brick what are those what do they call those, the glass brick windows?
I don't you can't see through them very well, but there's like a small window,
cinder block windows or whatever they call them,
something like that.
But it was like that, and in those corners, like, it was just enough where you would. I remember I was killing spiders at a ridiculous clip. If I was like a batter, I was batting
1,000,
batting 450 easily, man. Like, it was no joke. I was.
So how many? But that's about like the accuracy, right? So like, how many were you missing?
450 is like a good batter though. Like, I didn't want to go out. Nobody's ever batted 1,000.
But you're squashing spiders.
I get it, but like you said, sometimes they're in the corner and you're not able to get them.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Don't guess me nothing, motherfucker. I'm just telling you the truth.
I mean, I'm not guessing. I guess.
Anyway, so, but then that's why I have fears of basement in general. Like, things have been done to me. Like, our grandmother loved to scare the shit out of people, man. So, like, they would, like, lock me in the basement.
Not only scare you, but scare you with the threat of something in the basement that's waiting to pretty much kill you.
You're like a kid. Like, people fucking with you as a kid is like, you're the most, you'll like, you're like, all you'll do is listen. You'll be like, yeah, really? There's something in the basement. I don't want to go in the basement. No. Next thing you know, you're in the basement.
And her basement was fucking dungeness.
Yo, that basement was that creepy.
Shit, yeah, that shit did not sit well with me.
So, like, she would scare the shit out of you, right? Rest in peace, Grandma Rose.
Love that woman.
Like, she's like, I come to think about it, man, she traumatized the shit out of me.
She did.
Like, now that I really go back, I'm like, you know, if you really look back at your, like, childhood, I think most people
realize that kids these days are a bunch of fucking pussies.
Oh,
hey, man,
yeah.
You know what I was
Kids are
thinking?
Pussies for sure.
The other day, I'm like, there used to be a thing like children and adults, and like adults were expected to be mature enough to handle subject matter that the kids weren't, and now like the adults have become children, and now they're fucking like unable to handle anything, and they've become a bunch of pussies.
Everybody's children, but like no. If you look back, if you look back at your childhood, I believe most people will be like, you know, I love those people, but man, you know what?
Yo, man, there's no secret that our family's a bunch of fucking nuts.
Yeah, there's a lot of nuts in our family, man.
Yeah, it is what it is.
They're all cool and shit, but there's nuts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean,
what the hell is that sound? You got people rolling past like on motorcycle gangs outside?
I mean, there's a couple people with some nice motorcycles out here.
Should close that window, to be honest with you.
Nah, man, I like the breeze. You know,
you like the breeze, but they like to hear the feedback.
But we're living in a suburb where you know, you don't hear like too much.
This would be the worst street to come down for a motorcycle gang. Like, everybody's like, "Oh shit!"
You know what people do around here?
It's a cul-de-sac. We got to turn around.
What people do in this neighborhood that drives me nuts is when they're walking their dog, they'll walk them through each like little subdivision, little cul-de-sac, whatever, and then come back around and go to the next one. And I'm like, why are you doing? There's no sidewalks in these blocks. I don't have a sidewalk, people. I don't have one. So why are you walking down the street with your dog?
Oh, they be in the street?
Yeah.
That's weird. You know what that reminds me of is like when our parents first moved into the subdivision they live in, right? I was still living in the city. But when I'd have friends come drop me off, we'd be like, we'd be trying to drive through it. And it has these weird curves where like you kind of have to go around the curve to continue going straight, or the curve will lead you down a street, right?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I'd be like, keep going straight. So they would literally follow the street.
People had the hardest time getting there. I'm like,
it's the worst. Like, the suburbs might be the worst place ever invented.
But it's like, that's easy. When you look at the subdivision, it's the only actual part. This is like the only part of the suburbs, their specific subdivision, that I've seen like on a grid system. Given it's small, but it's a grid. It's not very easy to get lost in there.
Where, by our parents' house?
Yeah.
Well,
people just like the curves.
I hate to break it to you, but that's not the grid.
I mean, it's like this and this.
It's a whole bunch of ovals, man. It's like nothing. It's
but each street connects to the other street, and you can find your way. There's no one ways. Like, it's very, very simple.
What I was getting at, though, is how everybody can look back at the people in their childhood and say, "Hey, you fucking traumatized me."
I mean, it's true. It's definitely true.
Just locking you in closets, scaring the shit out. Listen,
but it made us better people.
That I was locked in closets and scared as a kid, but I didn't do it. I wasn't the one putting myself in the closet and locking it and then just screaming. Listen, all I'm saying is you could be fucked up And that's why people don't like basements. People don't like spiders. It'd be little shit in their childhood that can really affect you.
Look, man.
You can go deeper, and that's even crazier.
People are soft. All right. Soft.
Well, we're talking about that. Like, there are other things in childhood that probably.
No, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, like,
but I'm just saying our childhood traumas weren't that bad. You know.
No, I think kids nowadays, like, I don't know, I get that they say, you shouldn't be accepting of like bullying and all that, but like I think a certain amount of bullying builds character.
Every generation prior to this one was exposed to way worse.
Our generations though were like it was a normal thing to just be made fun of and to have to find a way to make fun of somebody back. You had to build thick skin, you had to, you know what I mean? You had to just be able to clap back. You can't cry about it because
you develop.
Unfortunately, if you cried about it, you'd get made fun of it more.
Right.
Nowadays, they'll be like, "Let him show his emotions." But like, no, you don't let him show his emotions in there. They'll eat him alive. That's like, public school.
He shouldn't have emotions about this. That's the point. Like, you're having fun with your friends. You're talking shit. You're bullshitting. Like, everybody's making fun of each other. Like, it's not something that most of the time is meant for it to be like something super serious.
So you went to school in the
17
suburbs.
Fucking places.
You went to high school in the suburbs.
I started in the city and then moved to the suburbs.
Right. But you went to school in the suburbs for the most part. Damn, I'm having the most ridiculous time with this stupid mic. Oh, wait,
we have this conversation all the time, but I've went to school in the suburbs for 3 years.
Look at what I just found out. Oh, look at that. It goes underneath and it pops up and there's the microphone in your face without you even having to worry about it. Look at that.
No, I think it's too low here.
It's like I rip and I rhyme. I rhyme and I rip. That's the way that Dylon spit.
Man, we need like some
a bumper clock.
We need like a engineer, somebody who knows what they're doing. Because I
would say maybe, but to be honest, there's not much here. To have a third person here to do what? Touch the volume, knobs once.
Listen, there's an area behind the drum set where people could sit and help do what they got to do. I don't know.
I think we should hire somebody.
I'm just thinking maybe
we can hire somebody to bring us snacks. We can hire somebody to hit the drum to go to but again, I just did the not sound with my mouth, and we could just go ahead.
I mean, but it's not as good.
Soundboard is next. Soundboard,
so you don't sound so bored.
There was no soundboard, but now in 2021, the KKP has upgraded their shit.
Once upon a time, or a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Yo, that's how fucking Star Wars begins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Star Wars.
And if you know anything about us and our history with Star Wars,
Star the worst fucking movie of all time, like Star Wars. The stars aren't boring.
This conversation here is going to let me know if Dave listens when he's not here.
Dave definitely does not listen to this podcast when he is not here.
A lot of people don't listen to this podcast.
A lot of people.
One of these days, man. I'm pretty sure like we're about to turn it up in here.
Turn it up where?
I mean, in this room, because this is where the camera and the microphones are.
Turn it up in here.
But yeah. So should we talk about something that matters? Again, what has happened?
Nothing has happened. No, I was watching yesterday. LeBron James got injured indefinitely, indefinitely with a high ankle sprain.
Yeah,
which is crazy because LeBron James has been blessed enough in his career. He's not typically injured, man.
Yeah. And Kyle Kuzma was like, "Oh, I never heard him like yelp that way."
Yelp? He said yelp?
I don't know if it was like yelp or
what did Glenn say? I've never seen such a blue van before.
Said I've never seen a van so big or so gray before.
I've never seen a van so big or
Opposite
gray.
shout out to Glenn.
Opposite shout out to Glenn. We haven't been doing that lately.
No. We've matured.
Have you spoken to Glenn?
I speak to Glenn. Okay, when you're talking about speaking to Glenn, you have to understand that like you can only expect a certain amount of response from Glenn.
Sup, dude, and that's it. It's like check in.
He'll often start the conversation and then just like fade away.
About to fade to black.
So we've been like lately. Obviously, I think the big thing that it's been with many circles is the stock market, right? So of course I'm talking to our guy C-Mob. Shout out to C-Mob. about stocks, and then I talked to Glenn about him. But it's like it's a different conversation for both because when I'm talking to C-Mob, he's giving me the game because he used to do this type of shit. Then when I'm talking to Glenn, he's like trying to learn from me, and I'm like, we should just get on a 3-way call with C-Mob.
Like, I don't know how to explain this.
Like, dude,
but
honestly,
I can learn it.
everything that I have thought was a great idea.
Yeah, honestly, every
not been
stock
great.
I get into, gonna be honest with you, I don't do well. I actually have
The
fallen
stock market
behind.
is challenging.
What I
man.
do is I'll find something. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this. And then it drops, and then for like the next month, I'm just waiting for it to get back to where it was, so I could sell it, break even, and then do something else stupid.
Yeah,
I'm pretty bad at stocks.
Waiting for it to come back up is sometimes it's a no-win situation.
It's a no-win situation here, Cotton.
But I'm trying to figure it out, man, because I'm trying to be one of those people
Bold
who
strategy, Cotton. See how it plays out.
he will not be able to see very well, Cotton. What a great movie.
That's Jason Bateman, right? Man, the microphone's straight in my face.
I think it is actually. I
I literally just hit myself in the face with a microphone.
Yeah, just got hit in the face with the mic.
With a mic.
Man, there's so many different ways for this to work, and it just makes me want to sing. I want a fucking piano and be like, we've only just begun to live.
Hey, Happy.
Don't feel bad about me.
Got my hand back.
That's yeah. I can't sing and I can't play the piano. Just so we're clear, I'm sure nobody's really surprised by that, but. Me and Sarah were talking about it. Yo, you know what I want to get for
Happy Gilmore is one of my favorite movies of all time. Dude.
It's a great fucking movie. You know what I want to get for my next add-on to the drum set?
Let me think.
Take a second. Think about it. Better yet,
an accordion.
4B. No, how do you play an accordion and do the drums at the same time? It's difficult.
Feet.
A xylophone.
You're a xylophone. Wait, you want to?
I saw somebody playing it. Like it was some Hispanic drummer, right? I don't know specifically what he was playing, but he had a xylophone in front of him, and while it was happening, like he was playing the mallets with him, and then he put them down and threw them, picked up the drumsticks, and I was like, dude, this looks like fucking badass. I would love to have the xylophone.
You know what would be a really dope instrument to play? It's probably cheap. It's easy to learn. You can carry it in your pocket. Harmonica.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's like so much pain in a harmonica.
You think having a mic in your face is a pause moment?
Well,
have you seen somebody have the harmonica on one of these stands?
Dude, they like they gotta have like 14 things in their hands, like the microphone, the harmonica.
Shit is mad. No. Like they'll have the harmonica attached.
You know what's maybe one of the nastiest things about like brass instruments is that they have spit valves.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure they didn't hear that.
I hope not. I don't know what the hell.
I don't think they did because that's what it did before. Don't worry about it.
Thanks. Yeah,
it's gonna be what it is.
I always thought that the most hilarious...
You in for the night? About to take it to the crib. Get home, all right. The snakes, the rats. Oh, never mind.
I always thought that one of the most hilarious instruments was the triangle.
You mean the cowbell?
Ding! The triangle. We went to Disney where they had
triangle.
It's literally a triangle, and you have a stick, and you just
It's like playing the maracas.
Shit is hilarious. No, but actually, the maracas require some rhythm. I don't know what you.
It's like the maracas are literally you holding something while you dance.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you just gotta have rhythm while you dance, and you're just throwing it.
I think it's a good thing for like drummers to try to do that because you get the wrist motion in play.
You think I'm gonna come back from like Puerto Rico like dancing? What do they do? Salsa?
I don't know. I mean, you've been with a Puerto Rican girl for a long time. Do you salsa now?
I like salsa from time to time. Like I just don't like spicy salsa. Like I'm not a hot food person.
I think you're gonna get your ass beat in Puerto Rico. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Like, oh man, I might encounter some issues.
Yeah,
like this motherfucker.
Just don't be yourself.
But that's who I am.
I think you're supposed to leave that wire up there. It helps to keep the wire straight.
Like that.
I'm trying to learn things. I gotta learn you though.
Like
see,
that.
mine's like this. But boom.
You can dance if you want to. You can, what's the best Adam Sandler movie? Is
Man,
it anything that's been made recently?
no. I'm leaning towards The Wedding Singer.
He's losing his mind, and I'm reaping all the benefits. I would probably say that it's.
I think they're just okay. That run that he went on, where like it was The Wedding Singer, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, that era of
Can
movies.
you rank the 5? Okay, so let's rank them. There's Wedding Singer, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Waterboy,
Mhm.
and Big Daddy.
Yeah, I guess Big Daddy would be.
What have I just named? What was the first one I named?
Okay,
Okay, so the first one. Let's go top 5. So
we
first
say
one,
Wedding Singer. I think was first.
I'm not going Wedding Singer first.
What is your number? One?
I'm probably gonna say more than likely it's Happy Gilmore.
I think Happy Gilmore is.
If I saw myself in those clothes, I have to be my own ass. I've thought that on plenty of occasions about people's clothing. People have questionable wardrobe. Listen, I know I wear sweatpants 98% of the time, and the other 2 is at work, right? I get it. However,
You're only at work 2% of the time. Fuck. What kind of great lifestyle are you leading?
that's not true. That's not true. I just did poor calculation.
Yeah, it was very poor
You eat
calculation.
pieces of shit for breakfast? No. See, Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, there's a lot of quotables.
So second,
But all of those movies were filled with quotables.
of course they are.
So second for me would have to be, honestly, man, that's tough because I would put like Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison as like 2A, 2B.
I thought you were going to say one movie. I was like, that's not the thing.
No, definitely
Are
not.
you telling me that Happy Gilmore is
Oh,
Billy
we throwing
Madison
Mr. Deeds in there?
when he finally graduated? It's Phil's shirt.
It's actually, oh, this shirt from Frank.
From Frank, and he lifted up with his Frank in this. Who writes their fucking name on the inside of their shirt that big? So nobody steals my shirt.
Hey,
Or write my
kids,
name.
it's me. I bet you thought that
I was dead.
But when I fell over, I just broke my leg and got a hemorrhage in my head.
That's fucked up. But
Yeah,
okay,
I mean, Billy Madison is pretty high up
so
there.
I
man.
think I'm gonna go. It's probably gonna go Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, and then probably Wedding Singer, Big Daddy, and then Waterboy. And then
Mr.
everything
Deeds
else.
and the 51st dates. And all
Oh,
them
why are
shits.
you naming all the good shits
Because
too?
there's a lot of good movies.
But then you got to do a top 10 anyway. I mean, he has to have a top 10.
Yeah. I don't know. I think The Wedding Singer for me is just like, there's a lot of hilarious shit that happens. And I mean, I guess all of his movies are kind of set up that way, but I don't know.
That old dude tried to punch you. He's like, I'm sorry. I was much stronger when I was younger. Like, what the fuck are you doing, old man? You just interrupted this fight.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and
he had a great run.
I think
We've
that's
talked
what
about
I'm going. That's how I'm going to give my Mount Rushmore, even though there's only 4 on Mount Rushmore. Oh, we didn't. We talked about going to Mount Rushmore. Were you impressed?
No.
It's like, what are these old white guys' faces on this fucking wall for?
I just feel like where they set you up to like view it.
Well, you can
it
do
was
the
kinda-
whole walkthrough.
But that was closed for us because we went during like when the pandemic was happening.
No, they had a walkthrough to some extent. You can go
They closed the
further than we
amphitheater they
did.
had out there.
Yeah, but
no,
you-
they were chained off past that.
There was more walks. People were walking up,
I don't know.
I
I
didn't
feel like
wanna
you
do
should just
that,
be
though.
able to go and hike freely
like
there
walk
anyway.
ear through ear, from the ear to ear. Like that's how it should be.
Well, no, I mean, okay, walk
That's
around
what
it,
it
not
should be.
in
If
the
you
face.
want me to be impressed, make it like there's a cool ass escalator that goes all the way up, and now I'm walking from your like there's walkways through the ears, and I get to see, and like then inside is like a museum to those guys. Like make me really want to be impressed. It's like anybody can make a fucking carve in a rock. I can put my face in a rock. If
I mean,
tried enough.
It's true.
Probably not.
I don't know. I'm not super. Oh, it wasn't impressive.
That's actually probably really difficult.
I tried to get a photo off where I was like flipping off the monument, but
I
then
did.
we were surrounded by a whole lot of like patriots.
Yeah, I went. I did it. I went in front of
Patriots is
I
gonna be the word I
went down
use
all the
there.
way downstairs, and I was able to get one off.
I was like in the side of a building and I did it, but you can't see me. You can just see the middle finger, and it's like, nah, I
Because,
want to
like,
be in it.
Yeah, you
know?
want to be like, why are you even here if you came to flip? Like, I came over here to flip off these motherfucking
Right.
slave owners.
Yeah, because I was like, man, fuck those guys.
Yeah,
That's why.
man. But
And it's like
it was
that.
cool. And then we went to Devil's Tower, I think it's called,
Yeah.
which was cool. That's like another little national park, which is
Yeah.
cool. I mean, it was a big ass rock formation. I could see why people think it's
It's like
cool.
limestone, something like that, right?
It was massive, but like at the end of the day, it was just it was like a big ass mountain in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it was just
Middle
like
of Trump
a big
country.
rock that had a flat top.
Like, I take a little take a little off the top. I seen
Yeah,
somebody giving a haircut, right? Like, you know how like on Facebook you see all these weird ass fucking videos. They were literally swinging the clippers by the wire and like slowly
They did a
trimming,
pendulum cut.
Yeah, slowly just trimming off the top. Like,
The fuck?
yo, there are some questionable methods out there.
I mean, look, we talked about it last week. Self-promotion is the name of the game. So that's why you see all them videos out there, you know? Like, you should be doing that. Look at the techniques that I use if it's successful. Like, I remember I saw
wasn't
one.
a Jamaican. Why would I wear this hat?
I want to say they were Arabs who were doing this, but they like sprayed something on the guy's head and like lit it on fire and started like combing through it to cut it. It was a really weird technique, but it seemed like it worked. I was just like, nah, you ain't putting fire on the top of my head.
Like, I'm not questioning what you know how.
No, I was questioning every little bit of that.
I'm not questioning how you do things. I'm just gonna say this doesn't seem like anything I've ever seen before.
How do you develop that as a skill?
What?
Like
Lighting people on fire and
cutting.
just cutting their hair?
My dog is not happy about something right now.
He is barking.
He sounds like he got like an angry bark, but he's such a little pussy, man. This dog is like
He's got a lot of bass
scared.
in his voice. He says it with his chest.
Which is good. That's all I need. I don't need him to actually attack anybody. That's a lawsuit. I just need him to try to scare people away with like an angry sounding bark.
Yes. Who is he barking at?
I don't know, man. Probably another dog.
Who
There's
that
mad
is my
dogs in the
baby
neighborhood.
daddy? It's just my baby daddy. Who that is my baby daddy? It's just my baby daddy.
Were you on Azalea Banks' list too to come out in 2022?
Oh, dude. Hey, I don't know. Some of these people, I'm just like, who are these folks and why do they have lists? And so
why
you
do
ever,
people care about their lists?
Yeah, man.
More specifically,
I don't get it. I don't understand what her, you ever just be like, what is their purpose? What are they here for?
I don't know, man. It's the same way I feel about celebrities in general being in our game,
What game?
the podcast game. The fuck out of here. You have avenues to success.
All
We're
I
trying
know
to
is
create ours.
I get it. So there's a few sides of that story.
Nah,
You're
there's
like,
only one
all
side.
right.
Our side.
Firstly, I would be like, yeah, man, stay your ass over there. But if I was them, I'd be like, man, there seemed like some money and people want to hear me talk for no
Listen,
reason.
man, while I understand that, and I agree, I would feel the same way.
Podcasting is like,
Find something else to do. Podcasting we don't need to hear every celebrity's opinion.
podcasting.
Nobody
is
needs
just
my
one of
opinion.
those-
But the celebrities already have outlets.
podcasting is just one of those things where I think
Anybody can get in.
like, so I've been listening. It really is. It's like almost a fair game. You got,
If you can get a microphone and a camera, you're pretty much set.
it's just the day and age we're in right now where technology has allowed for you to really just carve out your own lane somehow. So like, even as a celebrity, you know, they're trying to adapt. Hollywood has kind of evolved to something that's not what it used to be. So now they've been home for a year and everybody, you know, most of these people are set up with microphones and they got a little bit of equipment. They definitely have some money and a lot of time. So why not set one up? I would have set one up too. I don't like it. I think that it'd be nice but also I think there's another side to that where the exposure that podcasts are getting right now is crazy, and it wasn't happening pre-pandemic. Like, it's crazy.
I get your point there. I get your point there. But again, when it's the same situation that the streaming game has caused in the first place, right? You have made it easy for everybody to have access, which great, because otherwise we wouldn't be in, right? But now, like, you're so saturated to the point where, you know, even if people have a good podcast and have like a unique perspective to bring to the table, they're not going to be popular because you have 97 other podcasts in front of it that, you know, whatever. Like, I just,
I was getting angry about that.
There's no real good way to weed them out, I guess. But
I was getting angry about that during the pandemic. I promise you, I was thinking about it. I was like, you know, honestly, it seems like every day there's a new celebrity or famous individual making
I don't want
a
to sound like a
podcast.
hater, but I mean, I've also not been afraid to be a hater.
Yeah. We know. However, I just think that, you know, it is what it is. Like, for the longest time, I was thinking that, but like, you just gotta like really put out as much quality content as you can, and if you have a following, hopefully that following grows. They will continue to tell people, but like
Tell your friends.
Like every week, how every week we're trying to add something. This week we were able to get a few more pieces of equipment that makes the set feel a little bit more professional, a little bit more,
studious.
Yeah, when you come here, you want to feel like it's work. But in the last set we had, it was my living room. So every Sunday before the guys came over, I would set up, and that's cool. But here, now we just sit down. Adam has the mics up. He has everything pretty much set up to where we don't really have to worry.
Yeah, pre-production is more just us bullshitting instead of actually having
it's not
prepare everything.
It's not, putting together the puzzle every week.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels pretty good to have this technical. We got a studio essentially, Maybe there's a few more things we got to add.
Yeah.
But, I think in regards to like everybody, all these famous folks starting podcasts,
mm-hmm.
It is what it is, man. And I mean, who's to say that people want to? Who's to say a famous person or somebody who starts a podcast that has some recognition in the entertainment world is going to be more entertaining than we are? Like, I think in the end, the best will prevail. I think you just got to put your best foot forward. Try and make as much content that is quality as you can, and eventually things should hopefully gain some traction. Is there an unfair advantage? Possibly unfair. I don't want to say it's unfair, but you can say it in quotations. That is there an unfair advantage?
Evil.
Probably so. Like springboarding off somebody is a thing,
mm-hmm.
but also growing organically has its benefits, and
it does.
Hopefully, at the end of this, we'll be all right.
Attachment with your viewers.
Yeah.
Which I mean, as you guys can see, I try to always make sure that I comment back to everybody. And I think what we're just missing is more people to comment. I don't know how many people get this far. Maybe the only people who get this far in the episode are the ones who actually comment.
Yeah, I don't know if I hope that every's listening straight through.
But shout out to y'all, man, who definitely do interact, because
100.
I enjoy that interaction with them. So it was good to have just everybody who used to watch the show before we took a little hiatus. Good to see that they came back.
Thanks for staying. Thanks for believing in us. Thanks for support, because it's important. We love doing this and we're having fun always. It's good to be back and in the saddle, so to speak. But it's nice to know that there's actually people who were happy to see that we got back to doing this.
Yeah.
We understand there's a lot of podcasts available and a lot of people that are doing this now, as we're talking about, but. If you rock with us, we appreciate it, and we're going to continue to get better and try to just improve it always,
Yeah. And, as I say, well, as you haven't heard it yet, but as the rap will go in this pod this week, we're going to be number one, without
number
the accolades,
one, no matter how you put, how does it go, the Nelly?
Because 2 is not a winner and 3
2 is not a
remembers.
winner and 3 nobody remembers.
What does it take?
You better watch who you walk talking about, running your mouth like you know me.
And Nelly had a little run, Nelly was the Country Grammar album was pretty good.
101 you can't hold me if
man.
your last name was Hands.
It's funny. I think that was like had to be 5th grade.
Is that a terrible line, or is that just genius? Sometimes
you ask.
You ever heard a line so like great you're like I don't, or just so
shit was fire,
so flabbergastingly surprising. Like, have you ever
off guard type of line?
Yeah, have you ever just heard a line where you're
like in a bad way or a good way or both?
Exactly. You're just like you don't know.
Like
that was either really terrible or you just spazzed. I don't know which one it was. So 101 you can't hold me if your last name was Hands. I mean, hands, hold. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I get it.
Is
like,
he seeing something we don't see?
Every metaphor isn't a good metaphor. Yeah. That's the problem.
Well, they are scientists.
There's got to be forms laying around. I mean, they are scientists.
Did you hear the new Benny?
No.
Oh, you suck.
Listen, man. Here's my problem. Being off from podcasting for so long, like it's a job or something like that. Being away from podcasting for so long has taken me out of the groove of having to be on top of, in the know, affiliated, remembrance of all the new music that comes out. I'm not on top of it. Is my point. So, every once in a while I go to Apple Music. Like last week when Drake put out his 3-pack, I was like, all right, there's somebody who's worth going to hear what's happening, right? And he didn't disappoint. They were good. They were good songs. And I do fuck with Griselda. I just have not quite gotten around to seeing what else Apple Music has to offer this week.
So I would say check it out. It's a good album, and the more I listen to it, the more I like it.
Okay.
I will say it's a little bit more polished. Probably is the best way to go about it. It's probably more polished than you're used to,
which only makes sense. I mean,
it's
your
Harry,
brand is
it's
growing.
Harry
You guys
Fraud.
are getting better. Your budget's expanding. You don't have higher quality.
It's Harry Fraud, right? Which is dope.
Yeah.
It seems a little bit more polished. It's a little different, but it's still it's a really great offering so far.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it again probably on the way home. I would say that give it a go, give it a listen. I mean, honestly, you're supposed to have listened to it already because you're on a fucking podcast.
As I said,
and if your co-host is bringing something up, how are we gonna talk about the shit?
It's simple. We just won't because I haven't,
and we can't even connect it to anything for everybody to hear it.
This is true. I mean, I'm sure we can like play it here like that, but then YouTube and
that was stupid
and all that stupid shit. That's all. I mean, I'm looking, but there's not a whole lot else that seemed to have dropped. Sweetie.
Yeah, there wasn't much. I was looking for music. Nothing was really on.
Sweetie is the one who was with Quavo, right?
I don't know, but she's kind of hot, man.
They just broke up, And I was dying laughing because people were talking about like how extra Quavo was being in response to her. So she was basically like long story short, he cheated. We broke up. I'm good though. And then he was like, "Oh, there's a smear campaign against me."
What?
He didn't say that there was a smear campaign against him, but his response was that of like, "I can't believe she would say this about me. We used to be cool, man. What happened to you, China?"
We still cool. We still cool. Yo, do you remember the summer that Forgetting Sarah Marshall came out? That they had those billboards. They were like, "I hate you, Sarah Marshall."
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Who the fuck is Sarah
I forgot
Marshall?"
that was a campaign.
Everybody must have been like, "Yo, this bitch must have really hurt dude's heart, yo." Like
they were really pushing that movie. Hey, man, you think we can get some like cheap advertising space on the highway road signs? Get some KKP.
I don't think it's as cheap as you would expect it to be.
Nah, it's probably not cheap at all. But
what if we would just went up there and just like drew KKP on there?
Like remember, like back in the day, even the radio stations used to advertise like that.
Yo, have you ever watched them put billboards up?
Yeah,
it doesn't look like something I want to try.
No, not at all.
It looks dangerous as fuck.
Yeah,
like extremely dangerous, actually. To be honest with you.
It's 2021. We should probably
job.
have like digital signs now everywhere, so
right.
They don't have
Can
to.
you change the sign?
Right.
And now it's changed instead of me going over to fucking hang this canvas,
with what looks like a big paint roller, trying to get this picture of it. Yeah, man. It's not a job I would want to do.
I wouldn't do it.
But remember, like they used to have 97.9 The Loop. I remember seeing that fucking
there's
billboard
still plenty
everywhere.
of billboards. They're not just 97.9 The Loop.
So we should just have like a listen to the Kiona and Kasson podcast YouTube.
I've yet to see anybody advertise their YouTube on the billboard.
I'm sure somebody doing it somewhere.
I haven't seen it one time in the lifespan of YouTube.
I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe they don't.
Maybe they don't, man. I don't know.
I mean,
anyway,
people advertise on people's YouTube, so why not advertise your YouTube elsewhere? I guess.
Some of YouTube's advertisements be like 2.5 hours long. You're like, why the fuck is this a whole movie here?
I think we talked about this last week too, but like I keep getting the fucking what about the stock? Like I'm the number one stock picker, and I
want to know how I got this Lamborghini? Fucking stocks.
And this is why we keep our viewership small, so we don't get advertising deals.
Yeah, we do that shit.
And we don't
purpose.
give you any of those things, so you can just watch us.
We do that on purpose.
That's not true.
All right. I think we've run out of shit to talk about.
How deep are we right now?
Hour and 15.
Damn, we ain't do shit today, huh?
No. What you got on your feet? Because we ain't talk about it.
Oh yeah. So I got these little Bel Air 5s. These are one of my personal favorite pairs of Jordans. It's between this one and the other, like the alternate ones that are like gray, whatever.
So you got a hype beast lacing.
Yeah. I decided to.
Oh, you did.
Decided to give you all the
did
gray
mismatched laces. I didn't
yeah,
realize that.
the green and the purple. Give you a little bit of a Barney mixture. But let's just say I took it as a personal challenge when the comment of you being the swaggy one on the show.
Oh, I want to
came
make
through.
it perfectly clear. Do not think that I am the swaggy one in anything I do.
No,
I am not a swaggy person. Yeah, I just got a call that buzzing. Anyway,
yeah.
but yeah, no, I want to make things perfectly clear. They called me something about sauce. I don't listen. Or not sauce.
Drip too hard.
They said drip. I don't want anybody to think I have drip. If anything, it's accidental. It's more like a fucking leak, and it's
it comes solely out of comfort.
And I didn't do it. And I didn't do it on purpose. It just happened.
Air Maxes and sweatpants.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Air Max Day is on the 26th.
My shirt says Air Max on it.
My shoes.
No, it doesn't.
Air
It says
Max on
Nike Air on it. Your shoes do say Air Max on it.
Yeah, man.
Pretty nice little kick.
Yeah, man. I will say that I'm gonna give Adam credit. He got these for Christmas for me.
But
I'll also give myself credit because we did a list thing and Adam knew what it was.
Yeah, and I mean,
It's not like he picked them out as himself.
no, but I mean, I knew that if you had shoes on the list, that would probably be the preferable option.
Maybe so. But yeah, no, these are Air Max. These are basically the same thing from last week, but
blue.
well, yeah, I forget what it's called.
The 3 Air Max.
Yeah,
3.
Air Max 3, but I forget the blue they call it. It's like it's not a powder blue. They don't call it radiant blue. It was radiant red last week. But no, I really like this fucking
Some
blue a
kind of
lot. Kind of worked out well. Enjoy them.
A cute little Nike dad hat. You know.
Yeah, man. Look at the blue kit matches the blue.
But look at that. Look at that though. Your Nike sign up there is blue with a white swoosh, and then you got the Nike that says the Nike in white with the white swoosh. Now, if that was blue, that would be dripping.
No,
Dripping.
I told you it's not dripping. It's leaking. I gotta go fucking fix the faucet.
The faucet cracked.
I am not. I have no drip. But if that's what you want to say, I'll accept it. I appreciate it. I do my best to keep sweats going for life.
I mean, you know, I got the collection of shoes behind you is where my pickings come from. But I wasn't planning on wearing these yet. I did this for you guys. You know, this is the first time.
You did it for the gram?
Box. Nah, I did it for the tube.
For the tube?
Maybe the gram too. I don't know. We took some pictures.
I might have done it also for the gram.
I think, unfortunately, I don't have anything else to talk about today.
I can talk about you.
Your mama. I love your mama.
How you got a red beard? Where'd that come from? Ain't nobody in the house got red anything.
But
ain't no
does it look red to you?
Yeah, look at you put your fucking yes, it's a red beard.
It's not that red.
There's no redhead anything in our lineage.
I don't know what the fuck happened. I didn't. You know, I had people ask me before. Oh, did you dye it red? I'm like, bitch. Why the fuck would I dye my beard hair?
That would.
It's not gray. Well, I don't need to.
What's that shit that they tell the? Man, I always forget the name of it. But the black paint they put in the beard and the fucking in the hair.
Oh yeah,
Beijing. They call it Beijing. They do the Beijing shit.
Looks like I put henna in my beard.
I think that's just hilarious, dude. I honestly just deal with what you got. Like, don't paint your face because you'll end up looking like Carlos Boozer did that one game accidentally. Like,
yo,
what the fuck was that?
And the funny thing is, like, that was his most outstanding moment on the Bulls.
No, listen, Carlos Boozer was a serviceable player. He wasn't who we. I think if we had him as he was on the Jazz, if we had him how he was on the Jazz, that'd have been good.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it couldn't get much worse than having Bogans on the team.
Yeah, for that to be Derek's number 2, that was just a fucking slap.
When you average I think he averaged less than 2 points a game.
Yo, I think Derek had COVID.
Yeah, he was out for a while with safety.
Yeah, the protocol. He was out for like a couple weeks, I think.
Yeah, I think he started to play today or tomorrow. I read something like that. So
that's crazy already, man. Like,
yep,
all that shit happening. But any predictions for who's gonna win the finals?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to look outside the box here. Like, I don't want to put the Lakers in it because I don't even.
Well, now that LeBron's down, AD is down.
Yeah, but. They'll still likely.
I don't think they
snag a playoff spot.
Playoffs, yeah, but finals is another story.
Yeah,
depending on when they get back.
I don't know. It's hard to say, man, because like like Brooklyn's had similar issues where they have not been at full strength. That would be a team that I would have like marqueed for the finals if everybody was healthy. Because I mean, on paper, nobody's supposed to really beat them.
Yeah, I don't know. That's true. I don't know if. See, honestly, I think this is a season that's going to wait to play out because it's the new format.
If the Lakers,
I think the playoffs are the new format this year. I think it's the top 16.
Oh, they're not doing East West.
No, I don't think so.
Well, then that negates my question right there. I was going to say if the Lakers don't come out of the West, who do you see coming out of there? But I can see Phoenix doing some things. I don't know, man. There's not like everybody's hurt, so you don't get like a full look, or not hurt necessarily, but I guess health and safety protocols are a thing.
Yeah, I think everything is super hypersensitive to like the COVID. I think most NBA players are eventually going to get like athletes are going to end up getting it a lot because that's a form of profit for the big companies that are invested in the leagues and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting to see how it's playing out. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know who's going to go to the finals. I think it's going to take a little time before that actually plays out. But it's coming.
Yeah,
it's weird how the next couple of seasons are going to be because everything is like super expedited and condensed this year because they want to kind of get into that regular schedule again come fall.
I think the Nuggets might go far.
Nuggets are doing all right. I think probably the Knicks are doing okay too. Actually, Derek I think was a great addition to that, and
he was, but it's hard for him to get something going right now.
Yeah, his rhythm can never get going because of how.
As soon as he started starting for them, he was doing great. Like he was efficient. Yeah. He was like serving a lot of assists up. Like everything was looking good, and then of course, in usual Derek fashion, something gets in the way. So hopefully he can come back and be good to go, get his rhythm back, whatever.
That Zach LaVine trade for the Bulls, or Zach LaVine's doing well for the Bulls.
Yeah, he is.
There's some really good bright spots in the league right now.
The league is in good hands. The next 5-10 years, it's in a good place. I think
so.
Got some good talent over the last couple seasons that this should be able to carry.
Yeah, I mean look at LaMelo. LaMelo's he's nice, yo. He's nice with that fucking rock.
Yeah, I mean, and then of course you got Luka. You got dude,
Zion.
You see Ja Morant try to dunk on?
He tried to end that shit.
Draymond, dude, he was like, I was like, this
but
kid
that was
a
little over. Like I don't know that he was going to be able to actually finish that with somebody.
I mean, he was at
him. He jumped pretty far.
He was at the rim though with it. He lost control of the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, yo, he looks so small compared to that, but
yeah,
that was dope. Zion is super fucking efficient. The league's in good hands. Yeah. I think that the product just needs to change a little bit. I think there needs to go back to big man ball just a smaller bit.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean,
you need to slow the offense down. Half court offense is enjoyable to watch. Like as much as we enjoyed watching the run and gun, there were certain teams that run and gun. Like the Suns back in the day were like a run and gun offense. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you watched it and you enjoyed it. But now everybody's a run and gun team. Like back and forth, no defense, 3-point shots from fucking 7-8 feet behind the arc.
The problem is that the big men participate in that. Like there's no true centers. There's no true power forwards.
A true center and true forward game. I think just like everything else is going to come back eventually.
I mean, I would hope that.
And it needs to come back.
I'm just saying, like right now, you have
like actual lyrics came back to hip hop. I think big man ball needs to come back to basketball.
Yeah. I mean,
will it not to its complete entirety in its old form, but it will at some point.
There's definitely like some players that they play the old school game a little bit, but it's just I don't know. I mean, when you have your 7-footer shooting threes,
dog barking.
I don't know. But when you have 7-footers running up the court, handling the ball, I mean, that's great that they can do that now, right? Like, handling wasn't a big point of reference for like older league style of play. So having the big being able to handle the ball up the court is great. But then he should not be stopping and popping a 3-pointer. That's my problem.
It's the problem with that is he leaves himself, behind and having to catch up with the offense. You know what I mean? And then finding himself out of position for some sort of a post move because by the time he gets down there, he's had to spend so much energy trying to find his way back to his position. So I don't know. Like for me, I think eventually it's going to transition to that. I don't know when. I think that the product suffers just a little bit, and the issue with it getting back to that is it's hard because the example to the new kids is this. So the new kids coming around are going to be the run and gun 3-point evolution of the basketball that we see now.
But see, that's why you still need that's why the existence of coaches like Tom Thibodeau are great, because they'll have an emphasis on defense. Like when he was coaching the Bulls were the number one team at holding.
I know he's a good coach. He's terrible at management of time for players and I don't like saying load management. I think time management.
But I forgot who they were talking to about it, and he was
That's
somebody.
The problem. I think they need to differentiate between load management and time management.
I forgot who said it, but I think it was like Julius Randle, and he's like, "You don't care about minute management when you're a player out there." He's like, "You want to play the full 48 minutes.
True.
You know,
want to play 48.
So I mean, especially when you're a young guy and you got the energy for it. Like if you're putting somebody who's 30 plus out there, keeping him in the game for 40 minutes a game, like that's what happened with Luol Deng. Like he was out there for too long,
Yeah, Luol, he got ran to the ground, man.
But like I think just having those coaches, like again, when Thibodeau was coaching the Bulls,
I think Luol is still getting paid by the Lakers.
Nice, good for him, man.
Yeah,
go Lou. Wait, didn't he sign as a Bull before it was all said and done? Pretty sure he did.
No. Maybe he did for one day and then retired.
Yeah.
Noah retired during.
Yep, he sure did. Another big piece of the puzzle for us over here, man.
Joe Kim was a beast.
He made his mark in Chicago.
Another big man, who was like the mid evolution. He isn't now, but he wasn't the first, like the original iteration of the big man. Like, but he was like high energy, running up and down the court,
bringing heart.
Passing well, exactly. His shot was terrible, so he wasn't the guy that.
But he had a dependable mid range for that ugly ass. Whatever he did there,
I can't hear like that.
But that thing went in from like 15 feet. That was the shot.
And then he would put the guns out.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Joe, he brought a lot. He brought a lot to the team. So everything he did for Chicago, man, we appreciate it.
Oh yeah. But we'll revisit the NBA next week again, because obviously it's getting to the point where playoffs are coming. So it's getting to that competitive point in the season where everybody's kind of in game form.
They're not so
everybody's
anymore.
Tired as well.
Yeah, well, I mean now especially like they're doing the baseball thing where every other day they have a game.
Yeah, it's very condensed, expedited. Like I was saying, But hopefully, come next season, we'll get like the product to be back to where it normally is, and maybe with fans the product, because it's suffering without fans for whatever reason. It's just not the same.
There's not as much. It's not exciting. It's not as exciting.
Yeah, it's like watching paint dry.
Right.
No, I'm just playing.
No,
it's not. I was watching paint dry yesterday. I was trying to wash my hands of all the paint, and you just never get it in the first go.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I was being a grown up yesterday, painting trim white.
I was doing other adult related things, I guess, yesterday. Not anything crazy. I went to get a haircut and get microphone stands.
That's adult like, I think.
Yeah. I mean, adult like can mean many things, but I guess in 2021, as I've said early on, adults have become a bunch of pussies, so I don't really want to blanket an adult activity, But yeah, so I guess unless you have something else you'd like to talk about.
I ain't got much else. I mean, I think there's more to talk
gave him
about.
gave him enough nothing today.
We gave him plenty of nothing.
But I mean, I thought it was entertaining.
Hope you enjoyed all that nothing.
And I hope we're right and you don't hear all this little static that we hear in the headphones.
I'm pretty sure they won't, because they didn't hear it in the beginning.
I'm just saying, what we hear in the camera.
Luke, I am your father.
They didn't make him do it then, but you should know that now.
I'm pretty sure this movie's gonna be so fucking terrible.
If you're a Star Wars fan, I mean,
I was in pre-editing with the director.
Yeah, I'm sure like they had to have fun with that voice.
I would have been there just like,
dude, get me a cheeseburger.
Sounds terrible in the headphones.
you remember
back in the day those those microphones they used to sell. I think they were marketed really towards like little girls, but you can like change the voice on them.
Yeah, I do.
Buy one of those fucking things for the pod.
The evolution of the microphone is hilarious. Remember, they used to have those long, skinny ones with the.
I guess it in on that microphone,
and they would be like this. They'd be talking on the mic, and they hold their hands here, and the microphone's all the way at their fucking face.
That's how Dave was talking to 83. Yeah, like
the long microphone ones. You'd see them throwing the fucking cord so they don't get tripped up in it. Like,
dude, that. But when I watch those, it makes me really mad about the stupid color of the microphone cable we have.
I actually like it red. I don't know why. It's
I don't know why you like it like this.
Cool,
to be honest with you, I prefer the black one. But whatever. I mean, this will work for now. I think it depends because, like, as we've seen, changing one wire and making it like a quality wire will change the whole damn game.
A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no or where to go, 'cause now we've got some new microphone cords.
No, we don't. That was my point.
Oh, so that song was there was no reason for that song?
There was no point of that song. And, you know, what do you say? Every person in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points.
I mean,
and
it
may
was
God
an
have mercy on your soul.
real song until that last lyric.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Like, damn, dude, you are.
It's like a simple no would have done just fine.
Like, I appreciate you shutting me down like that.
I think throughout the course of us
Something
recording
wrong
these
with your
episodes,
medulla oblongata.
at some point we're going to have quoted the entire movie of Billy Madison.
We may have
Happy
already.
Gilmore, all of them.
We may have already.
How High, Half Baked.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna have done that.
Yeah.
The Killer B.
You have smoked yourself retarded.
I never thought I'd say this to anybody, but you two smoke entirely too much reefer. But all right, man. I think we're done. You know, they know these.
Killer was born to a three-legged bitch.
I think it's deeper than that. I think it's deeper than that.
They give it an Indian burn.
He had to fight his brother, man.
The
Killer didn't want to fight his brother, but he did, and he won.
Killer killed B. Killer killed his brother.
Anyway, so sorry that we sat around and quoted movies for the last 5 minutes.
We did quote a lot of movies and whatnot.
But that
why did you say say the word like that? Like what? Like that? What? Why are you saying your H's like that? What?
As I'm trying to stop us from quoting more things.
Where's my money, man?
Well.
Oh. And now the end is near, and I faced
the final curtain. Anyway, so it may look quite dark here. I don't know what the fuck happened, but Sam's light that he brought combusted or something.
Like it surged crazy. I don't know what happened. It doesn't look like it did. We're gonna let it chill for maybe it got heat, maybe overheated or something.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe we're not supposed to use that light for very long.
That's a possibility. It's been on for over an hour.
I don't really know, but anyway, we were just about to close out anyway, and so I think we're just gonna do that. And look,
thing is for certain.
At the end of the show, I found a better way to hold the mic to my head, to my whatever.
Yeah.
So at least now, next week we know better.
Yeah. So I don't know where Adam's gonna edit this. Is it gonna be when I jump forward in a very?
It's probably gonna be that way because I think everybody deserves to see that hop.
Yeah, but I mean, shit. I did that shit quickly, man.
You did. All right, but listen, we're gonna figure out what the fuck's happening over here because it doesn't look burnt. I don't see a fire, but it stinks. So, so thank you for tuning in to episode 86 of the Kiona and Kasson podcast. Again, I want to shout out all the viewers, all the listeners, anybody who was thinking about subscribing and they just needed to see like a good showing from us first. Hope that you got what you were looking for. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, Kiona and Kasson podcast.
Everywhere that you can search any kind of account, just search Kiona and Kasson podcast.
If Adam is good administrator, he'll have put our links to our Instagram pages in the bio below. And that's all. See you next week. Peace.
I'm testing my administration skills. All right, y'all.